Hello Libra, and welcome to your November 2021 reading. So I meditated on your energy, and the first card that came out is Judgment. That tells me that last month maybe you had a lot of things coming up on which you pull a judgment. Okay, and last month was your solar return. So this is, and we had like Mercury retrograde at one point. So it's a lot of seeing, like being conscious of the whole year that has passed, having a new light on it with the retrograde. And I think that like old stuff came up from your past, from because being Libra, you rule the 7th house. That has all to do with the associations and the relationships in our lives. If they are balanced or not, you're ruled by Venus. And I think a lot of that, what was distorted, came up to the surface. This month, as you continue during the month, here I have the Chariot and the 4 of Swords. So all of that healing. 4 of Swords, this is when we're, retracting ourselves a bit from traffic. And we're trying to understand and heal our disappointments and heartaches. And with the Chariot, this is like, whoa, I understand something. My aim, my intention is not being sabotaged anymore by my unconscious beliefs and so on. My shadow and my light are actually going in the same direction. Spiritual movement forward. After a judgment, having the Chariot, this is a beautiful release. And then we have Ace of Wands starting on a new foot with new energy, a new passion, a new direction, a new way of doing things. So, under our judgment here, what do I have? I have Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, this is when I get something. I understand something. I'm going out there to cut the head of the dragon. Why? Queen of Pentacles, because I know my worth now. Because I understand who I am, that I am enough, that I can be supported, that all of the attributes of the Queen of Wands, who is also ruled by Venus. And so she represents Taurus often, Venus, Taurus, 2nd house, and the 7th house. Self-worth, and the house of balance, what is mirrored in front of me. If my worth is like this, and this is how I'm going to be treated. If my worth is like this is how I'm going to be treated. It's going to be balanced, no matter what it is. Okay? So, here under that, we have the 5 of Pentacles, the 4 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Cups. So here is my lack of self-worth, where I learned to sacrifice in order to deserve, to feel like I deserve. Okay? I learned to put myself aside. I learned to underestimate myself. I was stuck with bare minimum, having to keep what I have and meeting people that are not available and not able to give me either. So 4, 5, and then 7 of Cups, being stuck with my old wounds that make me project my nightmares and my dreams and not knowing exactly what is happening. That's Venus in Scorpio. And now we are in Scorpio season. So the transition that happened, you're feeling it right away. Here, you're coming into it. So your Venus, and Venus right now is in Capricorn. So if you have a karma with Venus, it's going to come out. Here it's going to come out with you underestimating yourself, you being ghosted, sacrificed, feeling outside of the clan, people not being available, and not being able to read things or reading them from your wounds. this has been all enhanced for you to judge them and go cut the head of it. So because of that, under the Chariot, we have 8 of Swords, because all of this used to put you in your head trying to understand and figure out, why is my reality like this? Why are the people around me treating me like this, and so on. And here I have the Tower and the 8 of Wands. So the Tower with the Chariot is the final destruction of this. I'm pulling a judgment, and I understand that I have to let all of that crumble, because that way I cannot reach where I'm supposed to go. Some of you might have like the ultimate caricature event that is going to show you exactly these guys in action, so that you can let them destroy, let them come down. Whatever you were trying to build based on this is not sustainable. But after that, with the 8 of Wands, then you start moving. Chariot, 8 of Wands. So it's like untying a huge ball and chain, you know, like a huge something restraining you into here. This is pretty painful. And of course, after with that Ace of Wands, here's the freedom. And that Ace of Wands, you're going to use that wand to walk with your truth. And King of Sword, there again, walking with the truth, our light, our inner light is guiding us, and our truth is changing. You're going to be expressing yourself, Libra. And of course, you're an air sign, so that's you also. Knight of Swords, King of Swords. What becomes very obvious, and maybe with that spur of I'm cutting this, at the end of the month will be more mastered, and will be more, there you go. This is, I'm walking in this new way. I'm a completely different Libra now. So let's clarify this for you. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Libra for the month of November 2021. Libra. Judgment. Let's look at judgment for Libra spirit. Judgment. Okay. All right. Okay. So judgment on our devil. That's for sure. And here we have the Hangman and the Three of Cups. That's it. You're going to start seeing the people around you, because the Three of Cups is our social network, okay? And it's either our interaction with other people actually rises our cups, where we are even more happy and celebrating life, or it does the opposite. It reinforces our devil. It reinforces our enslavement, our shadow, and here, all of this. That means people that ghost me, people where they do certain things, they see certain things, and man, it brings me back to my wound right away. All of this. With Judgment and the Hangman, as you're going to rise, looking at things from a completely different perspective, that's it. You're going to reverse that. Okay? The Hangman gets an illumination. After a period where nothing was happening, that means maybe nothing was happening when it comes of a social network, okay? Or whatever. No new friends, no new boyfriend, no new anything. Kind of things remaining status quo. But it's for a purpose. It was for so that you can arrive at a moment in your life where you can actually see clearly by reversing the situation. Let's look at the Chariot and Four of Swords. So that you can be ready at the right time. And here is Temperance. So, and Temperance is all about that. It has the sun sign on its forehead here. So imagine having the sun in your third eye. So you see the invisible and the visible extremely clearly. You see the invisible mechanism behind the events in your life, the dynamics in your life, and so on. And the two cups are actually doing this gesture so that it purifies your emotional vibration, so that you don't carry all sorts of wounds that can be projected into the unknown. When I don't know, either I dream or I send, I cry about it before it happens. And here is the Seven of Swords, so a lot of disempowerment. This is very disempowering combination, okay? These things happen to us. We have no control. We're like a victim of life here. And that's what you're realizing and switching completely around. Ace of Wands. Yes, because see, King of Cups, Seven of Cups. That Seven of Cups at that point is like this because you are going to become grounded emotionally. So your unhealed emotions, memories of events in your cellular waters, will not be acting from behind. The King of Cups, he can be a counselor and things like that. Why? Because he's emotionally wise and grounded. He is a healer and he is healed. So it is that aspect of honoring how you feel, really looking at it and letting things get purified. Okay? All right. And this is Venus in Scorpio. So you had your Capricorn coming up. So everything is old karma related to unconditional love and abundance, which is Venus. Okay? And this is Venus in Scorpio, and we're in the month of Scorpio. So that's why this is being addressed now. Okay? And the Seven of Cups and Five of Pentacles, you can read abandonment when there isn't. And things like that. Okay? Because you're not choosing yourself, or you're not choosing to just go and take it. You can retract yourself and prevent yourself from receiving. Not because you want that, but because you believe it is like that. Let's look at that Knight of Swords. Two of Wands. Knowing that truth, let's say, of your self-worth or your lack of, Queen of Pentacles. This is opening a brand new path in front of you. And that is the new path that is coming at the end of the month. Okay? Two of Wands. I've done things in a certain way for a very long time. Okay, that's why we call that card Lord of the Domain. Been there, done that. Now I'm gonna head to a completely different way of doing things. It is a choice of acting differently, bringing my willpower in a different manner. Oh, you flipped and came back, but the 10 of Wands, of course, and here is Death. I should have kept the 10 of Wands, but there it is. Yes, all of that is part of your old baggage. Okay, after the 10 we get the 1. So don't release your baggage and take it back again like it went back there. Okay, really release it. All those times where I was abandoned, all those times where I was hurt, all those times people weren't able to be there for me, they weren't available, and so on. I'm carrying this on my shoulders, and that is preventing me to see exactly what is in front of me. There is death. We're in Scorpio season, time to let things die. Let's look at your 8 of Swords. So, yeah, strength. An 8 of Swords, either I'm in my head about my 5 of Pentacles, or imagine I'm looking at the future, okay? And if I'm in my 5 of Pentacles, okay, that I think that I'm lacking something, I have to compensate. People don't give to me, I sacrifice, I never receive anything really. Then I'll be completely in the yes, but what ifs things soared in my head when I look at the future. And then of course it would be like a cloud with all sorts of projections. So that's why here the strength, like the Chariot, is rising above what I've known, what I've experienced, what is, let's say, imprinted in my interface with this reality, and so that I can rise above it, so that I don't see life in that way again, and therefore create it that way, experiment it that way, reinforce my interface to look at things that way, and so on. You see, karma. That's why the Tower comes down. That guy, if he's in the 5 of Pentacles, when he's looking out there and he sees the boats, he's thinking there's stuff for everybody but not me. Me, I don't get anything. And that's his belief. So of course this can be either heavy for you or just a little subtle there. But this month the energy is there for you to release that. And that's what the Tower is doing, giving you Ace of Swords on your Devil. My God, you're gonna see it obviously. It is so obvious. Either you're gonna see it outside of you. Okay, sometimes we can see somebody going and we're like, oh my God, that is so me. I would have done exactly the same thing, and now I get it. And sometimes it's the Tower is inside of us in our reality, and especially with judgment, where judgment has risen us and now we see ourselves going, and it is so obvious there. Oh my God, I'm enslaved to that limited way of seeing my reality. Clarity, Ace of Swords. So then you can walk like an hermit. You can finally heal. 4 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 4 of Swords. So, and here is the Tower. The lesson of the Tower is what is actually going to help you understand all of these past wounds, and in a way not take them personally anymore, so that you can rise above them. King of Swords. Page of Cups. High Priestess. There is your lesson. soul, end of a karma. This is the end of a karma. It's a huge purging of a karma. And that will be replaced by a Page of Cup. And we had the King of Cups, Page of Cup, replaced by that Ace of Cup. Okay? By more self-love, by a higher vibration of love, peace, contentment. And that is going to become your new truth, your new story. And that's how you're going to walk on your new path. End of a karma. I'm going to name it like this. So on this, my beautiful Libras, I'm going to wish you an amazing month of November. Thank you for watching, sharing, commenting. Please subscribe to help grow the channel. If you want a private reading, the description is below. There's an email. You write to me, I write to you back. And also, thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And of course, this month, I'm doing that little ceremony to give you back. And it's going to be on the 4th of November. New moon in Scorpio. So let's get rid of this. On that, love and light. Namaste, and I'll see you next month.